Hello everyone, it's Allie from Titan and welcome back to our channel. I'm here with our third and final personal break of the night, and we do have one full case of first edition Tales of Aria from Flesh and Blood for Michael H. from Alabama. So thank you so much, Michael, for letting me open up even more Tales of Aria for you here on the channel. I hope to find you even more awesome cards to add to your collection. Now, I keep putting emphasis on even more because over the past couple weeks worth of live streams, Michael has actually gotten himself another full case of Tales of Aria and found two foil legendaries, and being first edition, those are both cold foils in one single case. So I do remember last night during the video for Andrew F, I commented, oh, we had seen in Michael's boxes two cold foil legendaries come out of the same case, and I was shocked to see rainbow foil, two legendaries out of that case of Arcane Rising Unlimited. So it seems like my impression that you could only get one cold foil legendary or fable per case and that was it is not actually true, as we've just seen it happen two times with that Arcane Rising Unlimited and for the first time with that other essentially full case of Tales of Aria. So all those 4 boxes for Michael from his previous orders did come out of the same case. This time Michael just went ahead and ordered all 4 at once, so I picked up a fresh sealed case here to check on out in this video. So this should be the longest one of the night, so I'm actually recording this one first, but I'm very excited to see what we have here. Maybe we'll find our first ever fabled, hopefully see some nice legendaries. I'm hoping we find 2 once again here for Michael. So let's go ahead and jump on into it because like I said, this one's going to take some time. Let's snap ourselves into the corner. Niv is excited. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Our first full personal case all at once of Flesh and Blood. So this is what the cases look like. See here, quantity 4 displays, made in Belgium. So 96 total packs. First edition Tales of Aria. Tales of Aria Unlimited should still be coming before the end of the year, and we'll have those available when that releases. But one thing I do want to mention, if you've ordered personal breaks from us and it's like something that has a lot of cards, and you don't live in California, you live somewhere on the East Coast of the United States, you probably received a package packed up in a Flesh and Blood box, because they are actually very good size for shipping. So I have seen these empty cases before. Even Southern Hobby will sometimes use them to ship other stuff in. So let me go ahead and extract box number 1 here. Yeah, the boxes are very sturdy. So excited to see full case here for Michael. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. Hopefully, like I said, find 2 more legendaries once again. Perhaps our first ever fabled. But I'm ready to see what we have. So 3 minutes in, I've done nothing. That's about the norm here, it feels. But I am excited. Excited. First personal case here of Flesh and Blood. So hopefully have more cool experiences like that. That just ripped in the future. But all right, let's get started here for Michael. Pack number 1. 2 old hymn packs over there. Now you guys can't see it. I'll slide it a little bit over. Alright, let's see. How many cold foils can we get in a case? Some boxes we're just seeing 1, sometimes we're seeing 2. I'm very curious to see. I'm going to predict a total of 8. Maybe we'll have a box with 1. I feel like we might have a box with 3. We'll see. I'm predicting 8 cold foils here. 2 legendaries. Let's just see. We have Rites of Lightning and Channel Thunderstep for our first Majestic. And probably go through like this for the first box, but then second half of the pack, I might just go ahead and separate out the token from the back just to save some time. Was not actually expecting this Tuesday to be so busy. I remember I was getting dressed this morning. I was like, let me pick something hockey themed because it's opening night. Let me see, make sure, like I said, make sure it looks nice. Didn't have anything on the schedule until probably, I think, around like 11 o'clock. So I was like, all right, make sure I look nice, but there's nothing pressing at the moment. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool. We'll be opening up a set booster box of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. So like, all right, nice, simple box today. And then we had Mark actually ordered a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, cool, more Megatins, that's fun. And then a whole case of Tales of Aria. I'm like, wow, didn't expect a full roster here, but it was good. Good. Love opening up products. I'm glad you guys got some really cool variety. All TCGs today, but different games. So excited to see what we find. So no foil rares or Majestics just quite yet. Contrary to the Arcane Rising we checked out last night, Tales of Aria does not have any super rares. So you just go from common, rare, Majestic, then legendary, and then fabled. Like I said, we still haven't seen a fabled here. Would love to do so here for Michael. There's a first time for everything. Why not have it be today? Snapshots and Biting Gale. Foil Flash is our first foil rare. And we'll see. I don't think I actually took too long in that Arcane Rising video last night. A lot of it was just talking and checking prices and whatnot. So hopefully not too long of a video. Just because I don't want you guys to get, you know, bored. Turn timber foil. And also, the longer the video, the longer it takes to export. And definitely want to get these videos up in a timely manner. Like I said, recording this one first, because then I can let it export while I record the other videos. But I'm getting started before 7, so, you know, I know back in the day I used to be able to get stuff early, but up early. Remember the days when uploads used to be finished by like 3 p.m. Ooh, there we go, Shock Charmers. That is a cold foil legendary here, our first cold foil. That's such a nice outfit. Is this actually the one we just found for Michael this weekend? Oh, it's now have another here, Shock Charmers. Perhaps it wasn't this weekend, but the weekend before. I think Michael does have a Shock Charmers. But it is a beautiful card. I can't say no to a foil legend, let alone a cold foil. Let's go ahead and get you top-loaded, Miss Shock Charmers. So, legend count to 1. Cold foil count to 1. Off to a pretty good start. Now, I believe there is like a $250 cold foil legend. Not even the Fable, just a legend. So that'd be a nice one. Hopefully we can find that. If we do find a second here in this case, maybe even we'll find 3. Who knows? But yeah, I was under the impression it was 1 per case, but perhaps either the odds have adjusted or I just got that in my head for no reason. But excited to see what else we can find. Box 1, we already have a cold foil legendary. Very exciting. Used to actually, when the channel first started, open up a lot of magic for Michael. Remember opening up those regular mystery boosters. We still actually do have a couple of convention mystery boosters. Those are less fun, though, because you can't get the foils, but you can, of course, still get mana crypts. I remember opening up mystery boosters. It was a fun time, so I'm glad Michael's here. Seems like Michael has perhaps moved on more to Flesh and Blood, or just really curious about it. Maybe he still likes magic, maybe he doesn't. People's tastes change over time, so I'm curious. Michael, actually, let me know. Are you more of a Flesh and Blood person now, or still really love magic? We have Flash and Summerwood Shelter. Flake Out, foil common. I think I was initially grabbing from like both sides. Now I'm just kind of torpedoing down the right side of the box. Turn Timber, Icequake, and Cold Wave, foil rare. Embolden, Blossoming Spellblade Majestic, Strength of Sequoia. Flesh and Blood cards have an interesting smell. I don't know how to describe it, but I do like the smell. They smell like cards, but not in the sense of like magic cards. A little bit more paintier, if that makes sense. Maybe perhaps whatever ink is used to print the cards has a more pungent smell. Bolt and Shots, Evergreen, and Polar Blast. Ooh, that's a nice looking foil. Love the highlights, especially in the background. Sigil of Suffering, Sting of Sorcery Majestic, and Heaven's Claws, common foil. And I'll take this pack, and then looks like we'll move on to the left side of the box. This might have been the bottom left pack, but it was kind of in the middle, so I went ahead and grabbed it anyways. Then we'll get working, or getting back to work, on that left side. Frostfang and Lightning Press, Dazzling Crescendo, foil. The first side of the box, that right side, just did have that Shock Charmers. Go ahead and see if we can find a second gold foil, or perhaps I overshot the average in saying we'd find 8. I was hopeful we'd find 2 per box. I mean, we've had a couple boxes that have had 2, so it's possible. Cold Wave and Rites of Lightning, Buzzbolt, common foil. Weave Lightning, Explosive Growth, and Invigorate. Weave Ice, Flash, and Overflex Common Foil. Yeah, I think boxes 2 through 4, I will just start kind of glossing over the second half of the pack. Still separating out the tokens, just because I like having everything in the appropriate piles. Pulse of Candlehold Majestic, Frostfang Foil Rare. And we're going to be seeing a ton of these commons over and over again, so like I said, to save a little bit on time, probably starting at the next box, start picking up the pace a bit. Weave Earth, Icequake, and Shock Striker Common Foil. Embolden, Turn Timber, and Explosive Growth Foil Rare, Coat of Frost Gold Foil. There we go. Like I said, I predicted 2 per box. We do have our second one here, Ice Equipment Chest. And I remember the first time I saw this card, I actually kept the one from our preview box. Well, kept. I purchased it for my collection just because this card to me is gorgeous. Looks like Rogue from that X-Men trilogy in the early 2000s. And that's what I pictured, just because she has like the white in her hair there. I just love, she's so pretty. Even though we don't see her face, her outfit is sick. So a very cool looking cold foil here for Michael, second of the box. Go ahead and get that sleeved on up. Start a little cold foil common pile over here. Actually, I'm going to switch them, so that way the Shock Charmers is a bit more in view. Yeah, you think I'd remember by now that my giant face is taking up a bunch of space down here in the bottom right corner. So everything I put on the mat over here kind of gets cut off, but no. Somehow I forget every time still. I'm just so used to me laying stuff out, so I want them to match Majestic, Foil, Rare, Foil, Common, Foil. And then I'm like, oh, so next over we go Legendary. Put it right there, but it's really not the best space for it. But go ahead, put the Coat of Frost there and the Shock Charmers over here by the box. 4 packs remaining. Go ahead and see what else we can find here, if anything, for Michael. Maybe another Foil Majestic, maybe some non-foil Majestics. Evergreen and Channel Mount Heroic. There's another Majestic. Icy Encounter Foil. Sigil of Suffering, Bolton Shops, and Common Foil, Singeing Steelblade. Lexi. The young Lexi from that preview. I still have it over here. My Lexi is sleeved up and top loaded. My foil Lexi, where are you? There she is. Of course, from the Blitz deck. Special little foil there. My first ever Flesh and Blood cards. And then, like I said, I do have that Coat of Frost cold foil over here somewhere. I do need to just take some time and reorganize. It's just, you know, a lot of long days at work, and then afterwards I'm like, yeah, I touched cards all day. You know, I'll touch my own cards another time, and then that another time never happens, but eventually I'll get organized. I still need to do an update video on my personal collection in terms of, like, Star Wars stuff. Just, you know, it's not easiest to get certain size plastics and whatnot still, so eventually, when those come down a bit in price, finish getting everything all top-loaded, reorganize. I might cut down on some stuff too. That's something I've considered. Maybe getting myself more of a focus. Another foil Majestic here, Endless Winter. So we did get a regular and a non-foil, a foil and a non-foil in these last 4 packs, like I predicted. You know, maybe I'll be right. Maybe it will be 2 cold foil legendaries. Maybe a total of 8 per case. We'll see, though. Moving on to box number 2. I'm going to actually put the stack of commons behind me, just because commons are the most plentiful, the most common, of course. So that stack gets quite large. But yes, I think I will start picking up the pace. You know, if I do 15 minutes a box, it's about an hour-long video. So not too bad, but of course need time for the recap and everything at the end. I feel like when I do go faster through the packs, it doesn't change too much, so I think that's probably a good idea. Alright, we have a lot of full case openings this week. We got 3 cases of Women of Star Trek, hopefully starting at about 3 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Of course, it all depends on when everything is delivered. We have 2 cases of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. That's last Friday's release from Weiss Schwartz by Bushiroad. I'm going to be checking out a case of that for the shop, and then actually a case for Andy as a personal break. That'll be live on Friday. Have this whole case of Tales of Aria here from Michael. We got some, like I said, got some cases going this week. Weave Earth and Cold Wave, Evergreen. So we got a lot of stuff going on this week. Lots of openings, lots of cases, couple streams, but it should be a lot of fun. So I'm hearing pretty good pull ratios for slime. I was reading online people saying finding 3 SPs and an SSP per case, or some person even had 4 SPs and an SSP, so it reminds me of the odds for Beaufort. So hopefully you see some really cool stuff this weekend, Friday. Friday's kind of weekend, I guess. You see some cool Rimuru cards. Excited for the Star Trek tomorrow. Excited to see if we can maybe find a Fabled here this evening. Villa Flash, common foil. Ooh, okay. So we have a cold foil Majestic. Was not expecting that, but we have Voltaire, strike twice. I didn't realize there were Majestic cold foils. Alright, interesting. I actually do want to check TCG Player on that one, because I have not seen that before. I was just expecting legendaries and Majestics. Let me go ahead. Do Flesh and Blood, Tales of Aria. Tales of Aria. Tales of Aria. Market high to low. Yeah, New Horizons, very expensive. Rampart of the Ram's Head, very expensive. Fabled Corsham Crossroad of Elements is about $500. Shock Charmer's looking like $175. Nice. Alright, regular Voltaires. What about cold foil Voltaires? Oh, looking like $85 to $95. Yeah, 85 is light play, 95 near mint. Sick! Wow, wasn't expecting that. So instead of a regular foil Majestic, did have that cold foil equipment. Well, weapon. That's equipment. So nice find there. Regular card's like $8. Definitely a big multiplier on cold foils. Go ahead and get that sleeved on up and top loaded as well. Cold foil number 1 of the box. We're at a total of 3 for the case. Move over Shock Charmers. Need some space. Alright, cool beans. Does anyone say that anymore? Does anybody say cool beans? I do. I also say bamboozle a lot. I like it though, I like it. Alright, let's continue. Biting Gale and Evergreen, Chilling Ice Vein. Old Hymn token. Young Old Hymn. Sounds a little bit like an oxymoron, but that's just his name, Old Hymn. Sigil of Suffering, Awakening Majestic, and Rites of Legend foil rare. Bolt and Shots, Lightning Press, Buzzbolt. Snapshots, Weave Ice, Bramble Spark common foil. Weave Earth, Sting of Sorcery Majestic, Frostfang. Ooh, look at the foil antlers there. As a foil rare. And common Ragamuffin's hat. That is a fancy looking hat though. Very spiffy. I like the feather. I do need to clean up my pile of packs here. It was encroaching on the Niv mat. That's when you know I have too much garbage piled up in front of me. Flash, Rites of Lightning, and Twine Earth common foil. Explosive Growth, Turn Timber, Winter's Bite. Alright, almost done with the right half of the box here. Weave Lightning, Summerwood Shelter, Blizzard Bolt common foil. Cold Wave, Ice Storm Majestic, Rites of Lightning foil rare. Alrighty, so will we find another cold foil on the left half? Let's go ahead and see. Looks like we are actually, so far, we've found one cold foil per half box. Like I said, I predicted 8. We'll see if I'm the queen of predictions here tonight. Arcanic Shockwave. Frostfang, Embolden, Sow Tomorrow, regular Coat of Frost. Now Lexi Pack will be a lucky Lexi Pack. Sigil of Suffering, Icequake, Blink, Majestic Foil. Evergreen, Seek and Destroy Majestic, Frazzle common foil. Snapshot, Bolt and Shot, Thump common foil. The token pile actually is getting large. Not as large as the rare pile, though. Of course, at least one rare per pack, usually 2. Lightning Press, Biting Gale, Merging Avalanche. Merging Avalanche was a common foil. So that rare pile plus the Majestic pile should be twice as large as the token pile. Explosive Growth, Weave Ice, Lightning Press foil rare. And every time we do have an equipment, I'm like, oh, no. Even though sometimes the light from the ring light catches a little bit, so that's why I always do the extra shakes. Have not found a cold foil yet. Do have 5 packs remaining, including this one, so 4 more sealed. Rites of Lightning, Weave Lightning, Chilled to the Bone common foil. Briar token. Summerwood Shelter, Weave Earth, Summerwood Shelter foil rare. Looks like perhaps just that cold foil Voltaire this box. Still a few packs remaining. Flash, Exposed to the Elements Majestic, Earthlore Surge common foil. And Lexi, Young Lexi token. Second to last pack of box 2 from Michael. Embolden, Turn Timber, Mulch common foil. Old Him token. Alright, last pack. Let's see if we can keep it up. Is it still going to be 2 per box on average, or is it going to drop to 1.5? Icequake, Frostlock Majestic, Stir the Wildwood, and a regular Crackerjack. So just that one cold foil Voltaire, strike twice in this box from Michael. And like I said, definitely a nice cold foil, though, still regardless. Looking like lowest listed near mint at $95 on that Voltaire. So again, let me go ahead and move this pile of commons out of the way. Looks like I've acquired some pack dust on my t-shirt. Get rid of this. And tidy up these piles. Might move the rares and the tokens out of the way after box number 3, but for now, still looking all right. All right, let's go ahead and grab it. There we go. I've extracted box 3. The only thing I don't like about the Flesh and Blood cases is there really is no wiggle room. So, like, if you drop and dent the case, there is a box that got wrecked inside. It's a very tight fit, but like I said, the boxes are very good for shipping. I like them. Good size. They're like 6 by 6 by 10. Like we special order. The one I use the most is the 8 by 5 by 3, which is like a perfect fit for a draft booster box for Magic, which I don't like perfect fit. Just to give you guys a visualization of the size of the box. I don't like that because, of course, like I said, you drop it, it gets dented. Whatever's inside got dented as well. But I use that one the most, and we have 9 by 6 by 6, but sometimes that one just isn't quite long enough. That's where these boxes really come in handy. They're just slightly larger. They're like, I mark it off as 10 by 6 by 6, but I think it actually is like 9.5. So just that little sweet spot there. Thump common foil. Those are them snazzy boots there. As usual, though, we'll go down the right half of the box, then see what we have on the left side. Evergreen, Force of Nature Majestic, Turn Timber, foil rare. Embolden, Biting Gale, Glacial Footsteps, common foil. Evergreen, Sigil of Suffering, Chilling Ice Vein, common foil. Our young Lexi. Lexi has really cool hair. I just love her character design, her colors, her outfit. Bolt and Shot, Lightning Press, Frostfang, foil rare. Yeah, there's adult Lexi. First I thought she was very mermaid-like, but that's like a shin cover. There's different images of Lexi where she looks a little less mermaidy, but that was the first thought that popped into my head when I saw her. Is like, look, it's a flying electric mermaid. But I love the colors, that teal and the purple. She's so pretty. Snapshots, Oaken Old, Majestic, Rites of Replenishment. Weave Ice, Weave Earth, Burgeoning common foil. Did not swipe an extra rare there. Flash, Rites of Lightning, Chill to the Bone common foil. Young Briar. Explosive Growth, Blizzard Majestic, Frostlock, foil Majestic. No cold foil yet. We're almost done here with this first half of the box. Wonder if we'll have just another one-off box, or perhaps 2 on the other side. Turn Timber, Weave Lightning, Snapshot, foil rare. Love the foiling there. That looks so cool. And we have a cold foil Cracker Jacks. So, another common cold foil here. Love the foiling on that gauntlet. Generic equipment for the arms. Go ahead and get that sleeved up alongside our Coat of Frost, Cracker Jacks. Alrighty. So we did find one here on the right side. Real close to the end, though. Second to last back on the right side. See if we can find one on the left half as well. Summerwood Shelter, Cold Wave, and Electrify, common foil. And alright, on to the left side of box number 3. Snapshots, Bolton Shots, Ball Lightning. Ooh, that's a cool looking foil. Lightning Press, Biting Gale, Winter's Grasp, Explosive Growth, Weave Ice, Autumn's Touch, common foil, and a regular Cracker Jacks. Rites of Lightning, Winter's Wail, Majestic, Polar Blast, that sounds like a gum flavor. I do realize I mentioned earlier, but I love the highlights and the foiling in the background on that common foil. But yeah, Polar Blast sounds like a gum flavor. It might actually be. I think there's an extra flavor, polar or something. You know, I haven't had gum in a long time, now that I think about it. Weave Lightning, Summerwood Shelter, Flash, foil rare. Come on, give me a Fabled. Well, give Michael a Fabled, but let me experience a Fabled, please. 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 Weave Earth, Flash, Entangle, common foil. Embolden, Turn Timber, and Summerwood Shelter, foil rare. Icequake, Sigil of Suffering, Glacial Footsteps, common foil. Alright, getting close to the end here. Box number 3. Just that one Cracker Jack so far. Bolton Shots, Light It Up, Majestic, Sturdy Wildwood, common foil. Are we going to manage 4 or just 5 total common foils after the end of box 3? Would love to see 5 total. So this might just be another 1 foil box. Snapshots, Flicker Wisp, foil Majestic, and the hats, unfortunately, just regular. Third to final back of box number 3. Frostfang, Lightning Press, Mulch, and Deep Blue regular. Biting Gale, Frostlock, Majestic, Weave Lightning, foil rare. Alright, last pack, box number 3. Can we get 5, or are we just going to end up with 4 total so far? In terms of cold foils. Frostfang, Embolden, yeah, Dazzling Crescendo, common foil, and a regular Runaways. So 2 boxes back to back with just single cold foils. So far we have 2 commons, a Majestic, and 1 legendary. Love to find a second legendary, or perhaps even a Fabled here, coming up in that final box of the case, box number 4. We've yet to pull a Fabled out of any Flesh and Blood product here on the channel. Now, I was thinking about moving the pile of regular rares out of the way, but, I mean, just 1 box left. I think that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and grab this final box. Please let us get something super sick for Michael here in this final box, the case. Started off hot. Let's end off with another hot box. All right, fourth and final Tales of ARIA, first edition here for Michael. Starting off with an old hymn and a Briar on top. Let's go, Briar. See what you have to offer. Pack number 1. Icequake, exposed to the elements majestic, weave earth foil rare. Weave lightning, biting gale, rites of replenishment foil. Weave earth, explosive growth, cold wave foil rare. Summerwood Shelter, Turn Timber, Frostfang foil rare. Runaway Rejuvenate there. Icequake, Blink Majestic, Winter's Grasp common foil. Cold Wave, Embolden, Blizzard Bolt common foil. Molten Shot, Evergreen, Entwined Lightning foil. Sigil of Suffering, Flash, Arcane Shockwave common foil. Lightning Press, Tome of Harvest Majestic, Winter's Bites, Snapshot, Frostfang, Biting Gale foil rare. Weave Ice, Explosive Growth, Embolden foil rare. Not regular Runaways. All right, last pack here on the right side of the box. What do you have for us here, Mr. Last Pack on the right side? Weave Lightning, Biting Gale, Entangle common foil, and a regular Ragamuffin's hat. Alrighty. Last 12 packs here of the case. Come on, give us something big here for Michael. Cold Wave, Summerwood Shelter, Earthlore Surge common foil, Turn Timber, Icequake, Fulminate foil majestic, Embolden, Molten Shot, Rejuvenate common foil, Evergreen, Flash Freeze Majestic, Bramble Spark Common Foil, Sigil of Suffering, Rites of Lightning, Vela Flash, Lightning Press, Snapshots, Amulet of Ice, Common Foil. That's a cool looking foil there. And you do have Cold Foil, Ragamuffin's Hat. Did comment how I like the feather, and the feather looks really cool there. And the foil hat really does stand out there, that foiling. So Cold Foil Common number 3 here. Go ahead and get you sleeved on up and see if we can find a second one here in this box. Would love to find a 6th Cold Foil here for Michael. Let's see if we can do it. Just box number 1 so far has had 2. Boxes 2 and 3 have had just 1 Cold Foil. Box 1 also yielded that legendary Shock Charmers. Let's see if we can find another legendary or perhaps a fabled here for Michael. Last few packs of the box coming on up. Frostfang, Awakening Majestic, and Weave Lightning Foil. Weave Lightning, Explosive Growth, Flake Out Foil, Weave Earth, Cold Wave, Overflex Common Foil. Got some wily piles here. Let me tidy them on up. Alright, second to last pack of box number 4. Summerwood Shelter, Turn Timber, Strength of Sequoia. Alright, last pack of the case here is a Briar pack. Let's see what we will find. We have Weave Earth, Terra Sunder Majestic, Break Ground Common Foil, and do have Rotten Old Buckler Regular Old Common. Alright, so 3 just single foil boxes, was definitely off on my prediction there of 8. Did get 5. So thankfully box number 1 did have 2. But our first Cold Foil Majestic with that Voltaire and that gorgeous Shock Charmer. So let me go ahead. These boxes keep falling off the shelf. Now let me go ahead and tidy up these piles. Move the commons out of the way just because we don't need to take a look at those. And then we'll get on into a recap here of this case for Michael. To set that behind me, we have this ginormous pile of rares here. I think Michael definitely has what he needs to build decks with rares, if that is his intention. This little smaller pile of Majestics, and all of our tokens. I'll just leave these up here top right. Big pile of common foils as well. Then we have that medium-sized pile of foil rares. That Weave Lightning there on top, definitely very cool looking foil. Lightning Press is cool. The lightning cards especially shine, haha, in foil. Lots of really cool stuff that sticks out on the lightning themed cards. Then a smaller pile of foil Majestics. But let's go ahead and start off with our cold foils. Take a look at that Shock Charmers foil legendary from box 1. Lightning equipment for the arms, Shock Charmers. And then Elementor Ranger weapon here, bow. Two-handed. Voltaire Strike Twice. That looks like Lexi's bow, if I had to guess. Voltaire Strike Twice, Cold Foil Majestic. And then 3 common cold foils, Coat of Frost, Cracker Jacks, and Ragamuffin's Hat. So the head, the arms, and the chest, 3 different pieces of equipment here for Michael. Then, like I said, we'll go over our Majestic foils. Just 6 total foil Majestics out of the case. Fulminates, Flicker Wisp, Frostlock, Blink, Endless Winter, and Oaken Old. And we'll go through and pan across all of our non-foil Majestics. Tome of Harvests is beautiful looking. Light It Up is a Lexi exclusive card. Winter's Wail is one that I don't think I've actually seen before. But I always love checking out the art here. Lexi looking beautiful in Ice Storm. Lexi can use light and ice and lightning. Excuse me. Butchered that completely. But I do like the combinations they have here in the set of the different... Lexi having essence of lightning and ice. What does Briar do again? Earth and lightning. So I like that it's getting into like multi-types. Really enjoy to see how Flesh and Blood moves forward here from Tales of Aria. Love the art direction here. More lighter. I mean, some of the ice cards are very gnarly. Like there's one with dudes dying of frostbite, but very like the lighter theme here, very bright, especially with the lightning cards, like that classic high fantasy with all the greenery, especially in the earth cards. So very excited to see what the next release in Flesh and Blood looks like. But had a blast here opening up this case of Tales of Aria for Michael. Thank you so much, Michael, for letting me open up 4 more boxes of first edition Tales of Aria for you here on the channel. Really hope you enjoyed the opening and love these new additions to your collection. Was really gunning to find 2 foil legendaries again in this case for you. Did find one in that Majestic, so we hadn't seen a cold foil Majestic before, so I hope you needed that one for your collection, but just found 5 out of the 8 I predicted. Now I know that was a bit unlikely, but I was really hoping to find 2 per box, but 5 out of 8. I mean, definitely better than 4 out of 8. So I hope you really enjoyed, like I said, the opening and love these new additions to your collection. All of you out there watching, even though this is Michael's video, I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button. Comments from me, drop those down below. Have you guys ever pulled a Fabled? I, of course, have not yet done so. Was hoping maybe we can find our first here tonight, but that was not the case. Let me know if you have and which one it was in the comment section down below. And of course, like I said, anything else from me, drop that below as well. If you're not yet part of the Titan Cards family, I'd love to have you join us. Not only do I open up Flesh and Blood here, but as you guys saw earlier tonight, we had Magic, we have Yu-Gi-Oh!, have some Weiss on Friday, have, of course, lots of different Bushiroad stuff, Weiss, Cardfight Vanguard Overdrafts. Like I said, Flesh and Blood, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, Pokemon, more recently with celebrations and things like that. So if you like those kinds of openings, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you've not yet done so already. But with that, that'll do it for me here. Before I sign on out of this video, though, do have to give a big shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you so much, you all, for going above and beyond with your support. Bossman and I truly do appreciate it. Do have 12 Black Label fans: Andon, Bounty Hunter Breaks, Chris Rivers, Devon, Epicenter Gaming, Fails Tales, Kier Sotari, Mark Mardini, MT, Sean F, Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Bly. We also have 9 Gem Mint fans: Alberto M, Dragonfire, Dusty Archuleta, JH Geek, Michael C, Michael Bigelow, Ryan Michael, Scorecard Collectibles, and Sinvicta. Now, thank you so much, though, again, to all of our channel members. And all members, of course, do have their names shown on screen at the end of every video. And as I said, that does it for me here this evening. 3rd and final video of the night. Hope you all enjoyed it. And if you missed any of those earlier videos, make sure to go ahead and check them on out. Like I said, Magic, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set booster to start off things tonight from Nick S. And then some Blazing Vortex and a bunch of more Megatons for Mark M. 2nd. So if you missed those, make sure you go check them on out. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!